Hi there, it's Chili from twitch.tv/ChiliWillies. I'm a daily flight sim caster on Twitch, and I've discovered some stuff to make P3D version 4 run smoother. I adapted some principles from another video, which I will link in the description. Airsim Gaming, he made a video on how to use this same program, Process Lasso, to improve performance and reduce micro stuttering in X-Plane 11, and it seems to apply to P3D, possibly even stronger. I'm going to get into why I think that that's the case and what I'm seeing on my end. So for reference, I stream in 1080p 30, and I'm streaming at the same quality that this video is recorded. So the CPU loads that you'll be seeing on Lasso are the same, or at least close, relatively in the same ballpark of what the before and afters I would get if I was live on Twitch. So, and feel free to ask any questions in the comments, or if you want to come over to Discord, I'll have my Discord link down in the description. We have lots of people there. It's a great place. You can ask me or anyone else questions, or you just want to fly, whatever. Just come and hang out, and yeah, whatever. So, let's talk about the system. So I'm running a 6700K, and it's a pretty powerful CPU, right? But as you can imagine, P3D is a pretty intensive sim, right? Just sitting here on the ground at Seattle, I'm averaging around 40% CPU. Usually for me, while I'm streaming or recording, it's around 60%, 55%, which is pretty insane. And we can see that all here in Lasso, right? So Lasso is a program that lets you, it's basically a really advanced task manager. It lets you see what processes are running on your computer, and the ones that are consuming the most resources, right? So obviously that's going to be P3D and OBS for me at the moment. So something I want to talk about is how P3D version 4 has this problem of shoving everything onto core 0 or thread 0, whatever you want to call it, right? So this one here, what I've found is that using the settings, and this is very easy to do, it'll take just a couple of minutes to show you how to do this, that we can actually eliminate the problem of P3D shoving everything onto core 0, and will actually properly utilize multiple threads. And I'm going to explain how to do that. So with Lasso, you can control which CPU threads you use, and the point behind that is to say, hey P3D, I don't want you to use everything on core 0, I want you to spread it. So what I've done is I have P3D run on threads 2 to 7, right? Because 0 is 1, just so for clarification. And that way, Windows normally runs on 0 and 1, so Windows is running on 0, 1. I also have OBS running on 0 and 1. Now, right now, that's not the case. The reason that it looks weird, like this is the normal spread. I disabled that stuff so that I could explain and show the difference between not using Process Lasso in these settings to change how P3D and certain programs are using threads on your system, versus afterwards increasing stability and balancing out load across threads. So the first thing that you need to do once you get Process Lasso, it's really easy to install. You just go to the website, I put it in the description, and then and run it. And you basically get this screen, right? And it's just going to show you like everything running on your computer, right? You can scroll through all these. You want to go to active processes, which is where I was before. So once you're here, right, you want to have the simulator or game open, right? So if you want to open P3D or X-Plane or whatever. So I have P3D open, right? You can hear the aircraft in the background. That's the 717 by TFTI. If I right-click on this process, it has all these options. So what I want to do, first of all, is put the priority class to high. And I found that real-time, my friend Airsim Gaming, who made the video that I'm basing this off of as well, him and I both found that the real-time doesn't really help that much. But high seems to for some reason. I'm not sure why, but it seems to. So we put the priority class on high, and then you want to. I talked about the thread splitting of processes. You want to use the CPU affinity option, right? So right clicking on P3D, going to CPU affinity, going to always, because if we do current, then the next time that you restart your computer, it's going to lose the settings. And then you want to click this option, and it's going to open this pop-up here. And you're going to have select desired CPU affinity. So what I do is I uncheck 0 and 1, leave all the other threads checked for prepared. And what's going to happen is, as you can see, it's no longer trying to shove everything onto this core. And you can see that in Task Manager as well. So the fact that it was trying to shove everything onto core 0, I observed this before I used this method. And now, as you can see, I'm getting much better balanced results. It's splitting the loads across these threads, 2 to 7, right, these 6. And then for those streamers out there, what I do for OBS is I go to always for CPU affinity. I set it to, I deselect these 6, and then I set it to 0 and 1. So that way my encoding is on these 2, and P3D is on these 6. Now, I will admit, I'm not saying that my CPU doesn't still get pretty high on all threads, because Prepared is a very intensive sim, and I don't have a streaming PC quite yet. But at the time making this video, the point is to increase your consistency in Prepared, not necessarily frame rate, but maybe your average frame rate, or at least your minimum, what you typically see, so that you get more consistent experiences regardless of what's going on your system. Right, balancing out the CPU load across the threads. Oh, there's a couple more things as well you want to do on the P3D exe. So you want to go to, you want to check these options, exclude it from Pro Balance Restraint, Smart Trim, and I like to disable Idle Saver and classify it as a high performance process. I'm not sure if this last option does anything, to be completely honest, but I think it does. So you might as well just enable that. But I can tell you for sure the most important things. Taking P3D off core 0 and 1 with this program, using several threads, and notice how it's balancing the load across all the threads. So that's basically it. If you have any more questions about it, or if it's confusing for you, let me know in the comments. I'd be happy to explain anything. I also have a Discord server. I'll put that in the description. And I also stream every single day. So I stream P3D or X-Plane. Also looking to get into VR content at some point as well, BMS. So feel free to come on there and ask me those questions as well after seeing this video and maybe misunderstanding it, or just, if you have more questions about it in general. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you on my Twitch stream. Once again, that's twitch.tv/chiliwillies. It's in the description along with the link to Discord, Process Lasso. Have a great day. I'll see you on the stream. Thank you.